Two of America's most legendary cities. But when it comes down to lifestyle, cost, and dreams, Miami or Los Angeles, which one really delivers? On the left, the vibrant tropical energy of Miami, and on the right, the sun-soaked, iconic city of Los Angeles. Let's skip the hype and palm tree posts and get into the real differences. Each category gets a score, and at the end, you'll know exactly who takes the crown. The winner just might surprise you. Okay, right here we've got a quick mind map. Yeah, all the major categories that we're about to hit. We're going to look at climate, cost of living, quality of life, transportation, real estate, the whole culture and lifestyle scene, and of course, economy and jobs. It's like every angle you'd want if you're thinking about moving or just visiting for an epic summer. All right, first up, climate. Miami. Man, it's like living in a tropical postcard. Super warm almost all year. The winters are basically a rumor, but honestly, that humidity can slap you in the face. And you gotta be cool with the occasional thunderstorm, maybe even the odd hurricane warning. Now, pop over to Los Angeles, and the weather just shows off. Dry, Mediterranean, loads of sunshine, and you don't step outside all sticky. So, huge win if you hate muggy air. But LA isn't perfect, right? Droughts happen, and wildfires are no joke. Plus, the Pacific's always a bit chilly. Still, if you ask me, LA edges this one out by a nose just because it's so consistently pleasant. Next, let's talk money. Cost of living. Miami kinda surprises some people here. No state income tax, and let's be real, the housing is usually more affordable than LA, unless you start eyeing those prime beach spots. They can get pricey. But then, LA. Yeah, the job market's massive, with so many industries to choose from, and there are those iconic neighborhoods everyone dreams about. But honestly, housing? Ready for this? It's like 74% more expensive than Miami. Plus, California tax stings. So if you're counting your dollars, Miami definitely feels like the smarter pick. Shifting gears, quality of life. Miami actually scores high here. You've got a lower pollution index, higher safety ratings than a lot of big cities, and people seem, I don't know, just a bit more chill. Downside? The traffic jams, especially around downtown or in tourist season, can make you question your life choices. Now LA. You get all the amenities, insane diversity, and people really care about health and wellness. But there's a trade-off. Pollution's higher, and those commutes, sometimes they feel never-ending. So, Miami pulls ahead where it counts if you're after a smooth lifestyle. Oh, and here's something cool you might not know. Miami is actually called the capital of Latin America because of its culture and connections. And LA? It's got more museums and theaters than any other U.S. city. Not a bad combo, right? On to transportation. Miami's got this genuinely useful public transit setup. Metro Rail, Metro Mover, loads of buses, and there are walkable pockets like Brickell or South Beach. Sure, during peak traffic or tourist influx, it's still pretty jammed, but it doesn't feel impossible. Now, LA, man, their freeways are legendary, but not always in the best way. You kind of have to drive everywhere, and with all that car dependency, those notorious long commutes are just part of life. So if you love a city that's a bit easier to navigate without constant driving, Miami kind of wins again. Moving over to real estate. Miami. I mean, imagine getting an ocean view and not putting your soul on a loan. It's not cheap everywhere, especially those super desirable spots, but compared to LA, it's a deal. Tons of condos, actual waterfront properties you can maybe, just maybe, afford. Now, Los Angeles has the names. Malibu, Santa Monica, Venice, like pure prestige and strong property values. But those median prices, they're often way over $1 million. So, yeah, hope you've got some Hollywood-level cash. For normal budgets, Miami is just more doable. All right, let's make things fun. Culture and lifestyle. Miami's nightlife is legendary. The Latin flavor is everywhere, and wow, the beaches and arts districts just bring so much energy. That said, if you crave a big performing arts scene or film, you might notice it's just not LA. Because LA, honestly, it's the global capital for entertainment, arts, just cultural stuff everywhere. There's always a film screening, open mic night, or artsy thing around the corner. Plus this really laid-back health and yoga vibe. The only con is, sometimes LA feels so spread out, it loses that tight-knit buzz. But overall, LA lights up this category. Okay, last category, economy and jobs. Miami is strong in tourism, finance, real estate, and it's even got this cool up-and-coming fintech scene. Downside? A lot of the jobs, especially in tourism, pay a bit less. But then LA, the city just slaps in entertainment, tech, creative stuff, and the sheer variety of industries is wild. Super competitive? Oh yeah. But if you want to chase the dream, LA's where a lot of doors open. So LA's economy takes the crown here by a solid margin. So let's pull back and look at the big picture, a radar chart with all the categories. You can really see where Miami dominates: cost of living, quality of life, transit, and real estate, while LA goes all in on sunshine, culture, and jobs. It's not all or nothing, but the spread is super interesting. All right, so bottom line. Miami is where you go if you want energy, a little more affordability, and that year-round tropical vibe. It's the ultimate hotspot if you love nightlife and want those ocean views without selling a kidney. But if you want to make it big in entertainment, tech, or just want that classic, iconic city experience with endless sunshine, LA's hard to beat. Both are amazing. It's just about your style. If this rundown helped you out, definitely follow for more smart city comparisons. And stay tuned because I'm always dropping updates about the best spots to live across the